Hey guys, welcome back to Say What Reacts. We are back with our, for now, final installment of the Ateez Adventure storyline lore with Carlos.
With me.
The person who knows nothing about Ateez and has binge watched all of their storyline videos tonight.
It's been emotional.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
The one video where the girl came and she opened the book and she read the first line, you're like, well, fuck. Like, now the whole game has changed.
Game's changed.
The whole game has changed. If you have not gone back and you're just here to watch his reaction to Halazia, I can tell you right now, he is looking for storyline while watching this because that's what this entire series is about. This entire series is literally just Carlos watching all their storyline MVs in order and figuring out what he thinks is going on based on the information he's been presented. That's what we're doing, and it's been very fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
So I'm very, very curious to see what he thinks about this one. This, I do have to say, is my favorite music video of theirs that they have come out with thus far.
Okay.
It's it's my favorite title track.
Okay.
I'm like thinking of all their title tracks. Yeah, I think I can confidently say it's my favorite title track and favorite MV.
Hell yeah.
They came out with this, like I said, what date was? Well, this is the trailer. So I'm not gonna know when we get to the actual
video. We'll know.
Video, I'll let you know. But this was this was a month ago. But 12/30/2022.
Yeah,
that was his birthday. So they released it on his birthday. Okay, so the first thing in this is called a spinoff from The Witness.
Okay.
Now it's kind of like, wait, but who's the witness?
Right.
So, but I'm like, wait, is the kid who walked through the gate at the end of Gorilla, is he the witness witnessing what's going on? Is that what the witness is? I don't know. That's what I assume.
I got you.
But I don't know. So we'll see what you think of this. Let's put this on the screen for you guys. Pause warning because we might pause. And yeah, let's get going. This is what we read about. Hold on, this is what we read about.
Yeah.
Your song, okay.
Yeah.
The world lost gravity. Did you notice? He's inside the hourglass. For them to return, but they're not gonna return, right?
We don't know.
Well, no, we read about it.
Right.
He said you have to do what we can't do.
Right.
So they're not gonna return. People are waiting for them to return, and they're not gonna come. And this is why I think Black Pilots and Halazia are the same, because what they just presented us with.
Okay.
People are waiting for them to return, and it showed us all of the times we've seen them.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they're the same.
Right.
So that's why I feel they're the same.
They are the same.
I get why, but you were saying that their Halazia and Black Pirates are kind of two separate things.
But there's all the Ateez are different.
But in different dimensions.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean is that they're different.
Okay.
Because you're thinking about it in a linear context. Like you're saying, oh, they're not going to return. They are going to return. Because the people that are there for them...
Well, if he broke the chromer, they can't return, right?
There's multiple chromers, Anitra. We agreed on that. We talked about that
but that might be the only chromer that works in their dimension.
We don't know how that works. And
We don't
you're already investing in things that has already been contradicted, period. Because we're waiting for them to return, but they're not going to return. Two of them have already interchanged and intermingled in that book.
But that was after. Already. But that was before the chromer got broken.
This is a prequel, correct?
Fever is a prequel, yeah.
So this is applying to this, correct?
This is before this.
This has already happened. So then, for you to have the idea that
this
they're not
hasn't already
back,
happened yet.
Time isn't real. This is what I need you to understand. Time isn't real. So the concept of that they're not going to come back. Who is they? Because there's multiple of them. There's some that are trapped. There's some that are robbing banks. There's some that are already interdimensionally mingling.
Well, and that's why it's literally showing you every single version that we've seen of them so far.
No, it's not. It's showing us a lot of versions. It's not showing us every single version. Because dimensions are mirrored. So just because we see them in the places doesn't mean it's every single version.
All while knowing that they would never appear again. It's in quotes. Yeah.
And that's left to interpretation. They might not show up, but look, the last version of them that we see don't dress like that, and they can already interdimensionally communicate. So they're gone, and that's what it was.
That's your song.
In the chains.
Which makes sense considering he was captured by the Guardians. Yeah. If you haven't seen our previous videos, you should go watch them. Why does that look hazy and dreamy? Alright, he's live. This is Desolated Hope? Is that what it said? It's this Desolated Hope. I like how he has the black and he has the hat in his hand.
Yeah.
The great sound of a bell resonated through the air. And a new 8 made their appearance. But it's a new 8, so your song's like a part of that. You know?
However you want to look at it.
He's glitching. That's why I said that's interesting.
Right.
That's what I was, because I knew you were. This is the last thing we were gonna see, so I couldn't mention it earlier.
But at the same time, like we see this black guy in the back as a scarecrow. We don't know what version in that is that to say, hey, we captured your heroes, or is this like everything is fallen?
What it appears to be is all of these people in blue hoods are standing around. They've been waiting for them to return to, I guess, free them.
They're all stuck. That's what's happening. Like, gravity was lost. Like, these people don't feel anything. Like, Ateez are the only people that know what's going on.
But then, wouldn't it be, like, aren't they looking at Halazia to return to free them from this?
Because if you look in every scene where those guys are standing, they're surrounded by people that are just standing. No one's interacting. No one's really doing anything.
Yeah. But don't you think... But then why would the Halazia thing be there?
But it's been there for a long time.
Yeah,
so
because
in terms of context,
they've been waiting for him, right?
We don't know for how long they've been waiting. This could just happen. They could have captured old boy, and then that's when shit started getting fucked up, and everybody just paused. You know what I mean? This could be, they could have been standing like this for months, or this could have just happened, and they're just like, yo, we're fucked. Yeah, we got to figure this shit out like right now.
I guess the reason why I was thinking it had been a while is because it says like they've been waiting for them to return,
right.
But and then also. The clothes on this, like, Halazia's scarecrow,
right,
kind of seem tattered and torn. Seems like it's been a hot minute.
Right.
So that's why I was thinking probably more time has passed.
Right.
You know?
But we realistically can't say don't know. But
we don't
time
know.
isn't real. At this point.
I know.
Because, like, if gravity's not real, gravity's the most defined thing that we have on this planet.
Yeah.
We create time to keep us in order.
Yeah.
Gravity is real, time is not. So if gravity is fucked...
I mean, the only thing real about time is that... It's always passing by.
No, time isn't real. Time isn't real. It's
somewhere else. No, I know, but what I'm saying is like in general, the Earth is rotating
for sure,
and
on its own accord.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
That being said, like things are growing, things are getting older, so time is passing by.
That's for us.
But it doesn't. Yeah.
We say time is passing by, but
I just say time is passing by because things are growing.
For sure.
It takes.
But I'm
saying time is a
call
concept. It whatever you want to call it.
Time is a concept.
Yeah.
Gravity is not. Gravity is fact.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. So if a world has lost its gravity, what the hell?
There's something going on. So, like in terms of concept, if the world is still going, it can't be.
Yeah.
If gravity is fucked, time isn't real. There's things that are happening. Dimensions are probably collapsing on each other. And this is my theory about the man in white. Shit is fucked.
Yeah.
So maybe where he's from, it's way worse than what's going on and what we're seeing right now. So rather than him trying to be like the bad guy, he's just like, I saw the shit coming.
And I'm going to try to fix it.
I'm trying to fix it.
And everyone's just like, I don't know what you're here for. I don't know what you're
well,
doing.
they don't know what's going on. So we have people that are just like, they have this inkling. We have the Ateez that are just like, man, I want to travel and do something different and want to do all this other shit. Or I've got like, nah, where we're living is oppressed and we got to do something about it.
Yeah.
We have these guys to where it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to free these people, because if we assume that these are the same team from the last video, it's just like all this shit started happening when we tried to free everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like we was trying to do the right thing and now shit's fucked. Type shit.
Interesting.
Based on the information that's presented to us. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
neither here nor there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to stop thinking. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But let's think about this in an aspect of everything that is available.
Yeah.
Of all aspects. So, what we know is that if gravity is fucked and people are just standing still, shit is fucked. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, we're fucking with this interdimensional shit, and you've got this one guy that is just like always a couple steps behind, and the last things that we see is that everything is fucked. What was I saying? He's not the bad guy. Just where he's from, shit is fucked. So if we think that this is fucked for us in this world,
it could be way worse where he is.
Where is he coming from?
And he's trying to fix things.
Right, you know what I mean? That's why I'm saying,
I don't know. And he thinks that it's a member.
it is. It's definitely a member. It's probably who's this guy glitching the fuck out?
I just can't wait, Asungwa. I can't wait to see.
Let's see what the rest. We got a minute left on this shit.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. That like these things start to happen. Only bird in the whole fucking all the videos that we saw.
So is that the witness? Like one of the people? You know, that's one of the witnesses on to what's happening, what's going on.
Right.
I mean, because this is a spin-off, so this is from their perspective. This is what they're seeing happening
outside of Ateez, right? So
Yeah,
it's the people alive in the world, and they're just like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because that person didn't have a hood and wasn't frozen.
Right.
Clearly,
Right.
Everyone else is frozen, so there's a few people who are cognizant of what's happening.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Oh, why did I take this off the screen? I'm done. Let's let this play into the MV. Actually, it's gonna play into the teaser. Oh no, it won't. Sweet. All right, this is the last thing on our agenda.
Halazia.
Hold on. Where's my mouse? Hold on. Make sure this shit's 4K. Okay, let's go. Favorite MV. Favorite title track. Oh, make sure you read the lyrics on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Usan again. It's always Usan. I like how that looks like turning of the,
Yeah. The hourglass.
and then he's in the hourglass there. It's the first time we've ever heard Yosong use this deep of a vocal. We know he can do it. We've heard him do it in the past.
Right.
But this is the first time we've ever actually, A, heard him use
wax.
this deep of a vocal.
Right.
B, the first time he's ever shown his birthmark on his face in a music video, which we were so happy. But, yeah, anyway, sorry. And I'm obsessed with his deep vocal. little blue bird in there. I lost his voice, and they're all in the blue hoods. The bells. It took everything in me to like not go crazy during that.
Who are these witnesses?
I would assume so.
Right.
But what else is prevalent here?
The rain.
Which signifies
I don't know.
gravity.
Huh?
Gravity. Gravity's returned.
Oh, in that area. Because they pulled that one thing
So
down.
I'm going to do this and put this on mute and play this while we're talking. Okay, so what we got? Because I want to say stuff, but I'm gonna wait till you say stuff.
No, go ahead and say it.
No, because I want to hear what you have to say first.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's how we do this, man.
Oh, okay, my bad. I like the contrast of like how this would be like their last video in comparison to this is the last Hala video in compared to the first Hala video.
What do you mean Hala video?
With Hala Hala. Because Hala Hala is like a force, like a police force that's holding shit down or whatever. They're something. They're a force of some sort.
Yeah.
But now that's like they're being worshipped. It's a whole nation now.
Yeah. You mean like
in this interpretation of it.
Yeah, and that's why I was thinking like that's like almost like a waiting, like a worshiping to them,
right.
Not like a.
Well, everything is all lost, but remember in the Say My Name video, it's like they were kind of being recruited, just being like, hey, be these guys. Mm-hmm. And then we see in the next video, in the Hala Hala video, it's just like, oh, it's like a Gestapo, it's like a fighting force, it's like a police force, though. Yeah. Like, realize like what it is, like you guys are nobodies. Mm-hmm. We'll give you a little bit of power, but there's this bloodshed and this level of like oppression.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
But now, in some timeline, somewhere, in some dimension, somewhere else, like everything is fucked. And like people are like worshiping, like, now that we're free, that control is what kept everything normal. Because the cracks, like, we were worried about the cracks being like, when there's no cracks, everything's beautiful, everything's simple, there's no emotion, there's none of that. But now that we don't have it, and we went that extra mile, and we wanted to open our hearts to emotions, now the world's fucked.
Yeah, it's like the balance isn't there.
But now we can't feel anything even if we want to.
Yeah.
And now everybody's just kind of frozen and shit.
See, I don't think that the world is fucked because they're starting to feel again. Because
no, that's what they were saying in the teaser to this shit. That when gravity stopped working, everybody just stopped feeling things.
Yeah.
But they were trying to oppress all emotion initially in that world to have a perfect world. So now that the world, since they have gone against the system.
Well, they have, but the whole world hasn't yet. Well, I mean, I guess maybe they have in different pockets. That's why the smoke's here.
Right.
You know.
But this could also just be another dimension. So we saw one thing, and now we're seeing an outcome of something else, totally different. So these things could be completely separate.
Yeah. What do you think of the thing that was tied down?
Or that they started pulling down?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that in the book they were talking about the Guardians burning the memories.
Right.
And how these are important memories to people.
Right. You think that those are the memories?
I think those are the memories. And that's why San was, like, desperate to, like, keep them and not let gravity take hold and take them away, basically. So they didn't show them burning, necessarily, but they showed them, like, basically. And that's the only thing I could think of is, what is this?
Yeah.
And they've referenced that here. And they made a point, and that was actually San, if I'm not wrong on that part of the thing. Right. That made a point about how these are important, things and how they shouldn't be, burnt or taken away or whatever. Right. But then it coming down and just. Yeah. So a lot of theories, which I don't necessarily think I believe this, but a lot of theories say that they think San sacrificed himself, and that's when you see that kind of at the end of the video. That's kind of like him kind of getting like kind of taken out in a way by sacrificing himself to like restore gravity and bring back the memories to the people so that they remember what it's like to feel and
but we're gonna
love
have to see in the next video.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Like, I don't think he sacrificed himself.
If he got hit by that thing and disappeared, it'd be different.
But he's still there.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think that's a theory.
But see, I don't know. Where do people come up with that idea? Like, where is that? Where they're just like, he sacrificed himself?
I don't know. I just think because it's, I guess, like, this gigantic thing just came down on his head. Right. So I guess maybe that's, like, he KO'd himself type of thing to save it, I guess. But... Right.
Because that's like that's
kind of like a sacrifice type of thing.
That was one of the things like during when we were doing the EXO thing, that since we had started and it had been years and years and years of content that I was been able to watch. Yeah. And everybody's theories were like so harebrained. Yeah. Because even when people were like trying to come at me and be like, "Well, what they did in this on this show," I was like, "That has nothing to do with anything." Yeah. I don't even care. Your opinion doesn't even matter because what you're doing is picking on something that is totally separate. Yeah. But like totally separate. With something like this, it's like. They're doing it very like heavy-handed because it was like
there's certain things that are like very obvious,
right? Like a few years went by for EXO before they changed the rules because members left. Yeah, members had to change the rules. They had to change the rules. Yeah, here they were just like, we're gonna introduce something in the middle, and then we're gonna introduce this prequel, and we're gonna establish the game. Yeah, and what's going on. But establishing that just makes everything kind of like leaving it to your imagination and what's going on, and you can't trust every video. Yeah. From that video moving
now
forward,
that we know multiple dimensions are a reality, you can't
trust it.
Yeah, because you don't know exactly what's happening. Right. Because there's so many different possibilities.
But there's also like.
But I do like they have given us certain pieces of information.
For sure. But like in the fireworks video, pull that up real quick. Okay. So I can show you what I was talking about before, which will probably have more gravitas than. This dude just getting the thing dropped on his brain.
Which part?
It's early on. Fast forward a little bit. It's when they go back in. It's when the other Ateez goes into the warehouse. Or was it the teaser to this? Maybe. Did we watch the trailer or teaser to this?
Yo song, Jesus. Stop staring at me like that. Huh. I don't think we watched a teaser to this. It was a fireworks VCR.
Yeah, play that.
That's what we watched.
Yeah.
If I play that, I'm gonna have to freaking.
Just make it small. You don't have to put it on the screen.
Hold up.
Because it's just for me and you to talk.
It's okay. I can.
Make it mad small.
I won't like play it. So what part are you at here?
It's when the dude from the warehouse, from the teenage Ateez walks into the warehouse and he turns into the fireworks guy.
Oh, okay. Wait.
This is close enough. Yeah, I think this is about right.
It's when he turns into the guy with in red, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. That part.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like something he had encountered something from his own dimension. He gets put into a place he thinks is familiar.
Yeah.
Does this thing and now he's somebody different. Just like how they were talking about the black pirate terrorist who touched the glass with the other guy and he absorbed with the other one because he didn't have enough power and where
to
he
make
was
it
at,
happen. He's like, you have to do what we can't do right now.
Right. So with that happening, it's also showing kind of like with the one rather than having EXO.
And this is called I'm the One.
That's why I pointed that out when we were watching that video before. That's like the most crucial thing that stood out to me. So rather than them like EXO versus XXO, where they were killing other EXOs to absorb their power for the final showdown, this is just like we understand things and outright like I'm gonna tell you like I can't do this, you can't do this, so we gotta fucking put our powers together for even having a chance just to get out.
Right.
So now we're running into dimensions where they're kind of collapsing on each other. So he didn't consciously like that and then turn into something. It's just like the worlds have collided. So now this energy is combined.
Interesting.
Inherently. So he didn't like I'm gonna light this and turn into the other guy. This guy could be in the other dimension and it's just like, all right, your world is fucked, my world is fucked, but we both of us collectively know something is going on.
Do you think but not collided, not merged?
Absorbed. Well, I collided, but
you think absorbed or merged? Really?
Right. Yeah.
So do you think they merged when they were like the whole key situation? You think that was a merge? That wasn't a merge, no, because they were both there at the same time, and then they realized they were able to come together. They were both there at the same time, not knowing that each other was there at the same time.
No, the
Halazia knew.
Not the Halazia.
The Black Pirates
knew that this other version of
and they were kind of giving them all the hints.
Right. Versus
and then they could come together.
And the Halazia ones, that was just like, you know who the fuck we are. You think that we're something that we're not. We know who you are, and you need us more than we need you. So we got to come together.
And they're like, I don't
but it's
know.
just it's just like look outside.
Yeah.
No matter what, like we can either do something together right now and we're both fucked, or we can work together and see what happens.
Yeah.
But then in the second one, it's just like, oh damn, this is crazy. I'm you, you're me, and it's just like, yo, there's some shit that we got to do.
Yeah, in the book, that's what we read.
There's some shit that we got to do. But the one
and that was technically the prequel.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's why you think in the Say My Name, they're aware.
Well, in Say My Name, it's a different version of those guys. It's a different
version, yeah.
But they're being presented at the version of the Halazia is something that is of an empire greater than themselves, that they didn't want to be in it. Yeah. But once they're just like, hey, you got nothing. Come drink the Kool-Aid, be part of the organization.
Yeah.
But then they realize, damn, we're the oppressing force. Like, we're getting the people in line. Like, I don't know if I want to do that shit.
Yeah.
And that's where it's kind of like that divergence between the Halazia and then like the Black Pirates in other dimensions. So then it's just like we see in the last video that with the blimps, with the anarchy, they wanted to straight up fall out like this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
To that, but now we're seeing a version of it to where it's like you can only see the art that we're allowing you to see. Yeah. And they're just like, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
you need to see all the art. You know what I mean? So it's like there's different.
It's still
things.
Oppression, even though you're allowing us to see this or that.
For sure.
It's what you're controlling.
Yeah.
What we're allowed to see.
So we're seeing different elements of those things, and then like where the teenage boys having teenage problems and shit. Mm-hmm. That's just like version 1 of the AI.
Yeah.
Like we've got them controlled on. We're trying to figure out this emotion shit.
Yeah.
So we can control teenage emotions. They're always going to be mad and upset because their hormones is fucked. Whatever. They're easier to control.
Yeah.
But how many of them? Because then that goes into that series of the blindfold video. Only one takes it off, and when he takes it off, all the other ones in his world, they're all on the same page. Yeah. They adjusted the frequency. But the captain is talking to the Halazia that we think at the time is a Halazia, but he's not. He's a black. He's just like, and he's the only one left.
Yeah.
And that's what's tying into my theory of the man in white, because we see him the first time at the end of the video, after the Halazia, and that we don't know are the black terrorist organization. We don't know that they're the Black Pirates.
Yeah.
They're sitting down with Ateez, and they're just like, toast with us.
Yeah.
Like, you have to break bread with us. We got to make this shit happen.
So you think that's the Black Pirates in the Answer music video?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about in the VCR?
In the VCR.
In the VCR.
Yeah.
But not in the Answer music video.
No, in the Answer, I think in that particular universe.
That's Halazia.
The Halazia, yeah. Because that is a direct, because there's a difference between the Halazia and Hala Hala. Mm-hmm. So I don't think, personally, the Halazia, I think that's more of like an overreach. Halazia, them seeing themselves as Halazia, but I believe Hala is a force, how we were introduced. And so, like, Halazia was this world that we lived in, that they were actually worshiping, like, hey, we wanted to get away from all this shit, but now that shit's fucked, we kind of wish you were here now.
I kind of feel like Halazia is a place where maybe the Halazia or Black Pirates, or whatever you want to call them, did maybe kind of maintain for the people, but then they left to do whatever, and that happened. The government took over control. The government forced them to do whatever.
I think,
and then because when they left, some fucked up shit happened. They got stuck. They haven't been able to come back.
So think about
and that's when he's like, you guys have to do what we couldn't do,
right?
Which is why they're here now,
right?
The new age.
So I look at it in terms of that Imperial uniform. I'll say that uniform in itself, but they were like leading the charge on the establishment. They were part of the establishment, and they were like, fuck the establishment.
Yeah,
this isn't right.
Yeah,
but they had the force. They can pull. They formed a coup.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I gotta make a note.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to.
But
you're talking about the uniforms and how...
but of that separate video altogether. But that's just showing of, like, the organization that they rode up in the ranks and they realized, like, nah, this ain't right. But at least we're in power. We can actually get the people, unify the people, and overthrow the oppressor.
Right.
Versus when we first see that force, the Halazia, we're just like, I don't know if we want to be these guys, and we were these guys, and we definitely don't want to be these guys.
Yeah.
So, in those different dimensions, like, this oppression, this tyrant, this tyranny force is present in different ways.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, some of them drank the Kool-Aid, some of them worked the ranks because there was nothing else that they could do, but then they realized, oh, we went out and saw things, or or maybe because they're a higher rank, they're privy to art, again, under that control. Like the low levels, like, you can only read and see what we can provide you with, but if you're in a higher rank, you got poetry, you have all this other art of the times past, and it's like, why are we living this life oppressed like this?
See, maybe, but like, I don't even if the higher rank, why would they give them like poetry? Poetry just evokes emotion.
It does.
So,
but
they don't want them to have emotion.
But if you notice, like, they're leading the charge with like a band, so art and music. So in that world,
well, they are leading the charge with the band because the band is what's not allowed.
Right.
And they're like, we're gonna get their fucking attention.
Right.
You know,
right.
That's why.
But the band also has like a uniform, so they're a force. So they were able to a coup. So rather than have tanks and all this other nonsense, it's just like, we're using the art that we're limited to have. It's like, haha, guess what? It was just enough to be too much. So now we want all of this. We just don't want what you're allowing us to have.
I knew I fucking hurt myself.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I hit my finger earlier, and I was like, God damn it! And sure as shit, I'm bleeding.
But yeah. So it's just showing like all that different level in those different dimensions. Like, there's a lot of things that are similar but different because they're different dimensions.
Right.
But now it's starting to get to like different levels of like spirituality versus politics and people and stuff like that. So because before it's like the hearts and the minds, we control the hearts and the minds, but we found out
Hala stands for Hearts Awaken, Live Alive.
So in here we find out that the AIs learned that their greatest power source is the emotions.
Right.
So you control hearts and minds, you can control all that, but then to the point to where now it's all backfired on them at that time, to where when everything started getting crazy, like a default is like, now we don't feel anything.
Right.
And we yearn for that more than
ever.
ever.
Like, I just want to feel something. Like, I need to feel something.
Right. So like, I look at those like those orbs or whatever as like, as the system broke down, like the AI system broke down on the power, it messed up the whole planet because the whole planet's been reconfigured. Right. You know what I mean?
But do you think the orbs are the memories? Do you think
it could be? Yeah, in context
based
of
on what they said in the
saying.
book.
So that those, like, we were comparing like what dimensions are connected and what storylines and timelines are connected. Yeah. Those are directly connected.
Yeah, it seems like the information that's in the Fever album definitely connects with what's going on in the
but like
Halazia.
the fireworks these are the pirates that have the pirate ship.
Fireworks, MV seem, and Don't Stop MV seem connected.
Those are connected. So those arcs are connected of those multiple dimensions. So now we're gonna start seeing, like, now that this cataclysmic thing is happening at some point in time in the future, that it's bringing enough tension to the collapses of these universes or whatever. Yeah. That's where I think, like, the Man in White, he comes from something that's worse than everything that's happened right now. So now he's kind of like trying to figure out. But
I see. I get what you're going with that, but I think that the reason why I'm still holding on to that not being the case is I think he comes from this world, the Halazia world, or at least the gorilla world, where, because we see just it's very clear that there are those spiky white blimps, and I'm just like, that. Why would they make it look so similar if he's not part of that? The
black terrorist, the black pirate terrorist organization looks like the Halas. We see the Halas as an opposing force in one dimension, but in another dimension, they're the heralds of truth, power, peace, and expression.
I guess for me, I'm still not 100% sold that black pirates and Halateez are two separate things.
Right.
I just think that they are the same thing, just different in their different dimensions.
Right.
But I still think we're talking about 3 groups of people within different dimensions. Yeah. I still think we're talking about the Halateez.
We saw that in there in that competition that you did on your
Kingdom
Patreon.
Answer, yeah. So I still think we're only dealing with 3 groups of people, whether you want to call them black pirates or Halateez. I think they're the same. They're just different in the different dimensions that we're dealing with.
I agree.
I think that Ateez is still Ateez, just different in the different dimensions we're dealing with, whether they are the gorillas in this dimension, whether they are teenagers with kind of more angsty kind of real life problems happening in that dimension. I still think they are them. And then we have the guy in white, which I feel represents, the oppressor of some sort. Whether it's in the government oppressing emotion, whether it's just people, just trying to stop, them doing their piratey things. I don't know, whatever. So I feel like those are the 3 groups we're dealing with. They just are different. They come they don't come in different form, but they come in a different format, I guess I can say, of what is happening in the different music videos we're getting.
Right.
Within the different dimensions, possibly, that are being presented to us. Because we know multiple dimensions... I've been talking too much. Multiple dimensions exist in this world.
Yeah, for sure. And there's different conflicts. There's different conflicts happening in all of them, but there's similar conflicts happening in some of them. Yeah. This is deep.
It is, right? Deep. It's crazy. Yeah. Why do you think I wanted to show you all this? It's a lot.
Yeah. It is.
It's a lot.
It is.
Normally, we wouldn't be binging all of this in one night.
Yeah, this is also like...
It's a lot for you to think about all at once.
Yeah, and it's...
So it's been like, our brains are probably like fried at this point. At least I know mine is.
Yeah.
It's literally 4:30 in the morning, and I have work.
Yeah. So,
and it's going to take me an hour to take him home and back.
Yep.
But this has been awesome. And I wanted to binge this because he's leaving for 4 months, and I didn't want to start this and possibly not be able to finish it.
Right.
And then we have like a 4-month gap. That would just really suck. So I really wanted to be able to do this. So I'm sacrificing my sleep to get this shit done because I've been so excited.
For sure.
So freaking excited.
Definitely.
But do you see why Halazia is like my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. It's San's emotion.
Yeah.
Pulling that thing down.
That one also becomes like the most. That's like becoming the most fantastical. Like now they're starting to lean into like beyond normal things. Yeah. They're starting to get in. They're starting to get out there.
There's no gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not normal.
But then you got the 4 people in white. Who were they?
The who?
The 4 people in white.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, the witnesses.
I think they were the witnesses. The people who are in that world.
Yeah.
But not on pause. I guess you can say, because everyone else is just standing there in their hoods,
right.
not moving, not doing anything. Right. But then there's these few people who are still in that world, but they're not on pause like the other ones are, I guess you can say. So those, I guess, are considered the witnesses because they're witnessing everything that's happening.
Right.
But they're not necessarily doing anything about it.
Yeah, but they're also wearing white.
They're just seeing what's going on.
They're also wearing white, so the man in white could have something to do with the witnesses.
Was the one in the Witness spinoff wearing white at the end of the thing?
It looks like it was white.
I thought it was blue still, but I could be wrong about that.
It kind of looks like the uniforms that the kids were wearing, like the little jumpsuits. But it's so quick. You know, I think that's it. I think you queued it up like perfect.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Hold on. Yeah, you're right. They're wearing white.
And they're kids. They're young.
Yeah, they look young. Very interesting.
Look at the haircuts, though. Is this a younger version of them?
No.
We don't know that yet.
No, that looks nothing like any of the members, no. And then the other four don't really look like them, any of them either.
See the other four. They're so far away.
You could see them a little bit. But no. These are, I think these, maybe they're also students from the academy.
They could be.
From the Prestige
Academy.
Academy.
But the uniform doesn't look like it fits properly either. Because those other uniforms are like perfect.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But you're right. They are wearing white, and everyone else is wearing blue.
Yeah, and they're immune. They move freely, and they kind of like.
Well, the people in blue seem to be moving. Sometimes too. Yeah. Not all of them, but some of them.
Or they're gravitating towards these areas of like they're holding on to whatever hope because they in this song.
The area where the Halazia is on.
Yeah, and how they describe hope, it's like very painful for them. It's a desolate hope.
Yeah. So interesting. Anyway, guys, this has been so freaking awesome to have Carlos here and literally binge the entire Ateez story. We're never doing that again, by the way.
No.
We'll space this out
we'll
way more.
We'll space it out for sure.
My brain is actually fucking fried. But this has been awesome. Please, why are you getting up? I haven't say goodbye yet.
Oh shit.
You want to say goodbye to them?
Bye.
He's like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
I have to use the bathroom now.
This has been awesome.
It has been awesome.
If there's anything now that we've seen everything. If you want to add anything to the comments, if you want to try to tell him he's wrong, you can try, but he ain't gonna listen to you.
Nah, you can tell me. I'm open to all of this because you guys have done more research and looked into things more than I have. So things that I'm not. So if there is additional information that we don't know or we have not watched or we've not shared with him, or if you have a completely different theory than what he does, around the campfire? Please share. Because maybe you'll bring up something that we didn't think about. Right. So it's once again, all of this is up for interpretation because we don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. Yeah. Until we are provided all the pieces of the puzzle, we can play around with different thoughts and theories and stuff because we don't really know yet. So it's just fun. It's just fun. So anyway, all right, guys, that is going to be it. We are going to go. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.